DreAllDay.com.
Y'all, Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. And a lot of players out there want to play somewhere. They want to get known. They want to get exposure. So for your motivation this week, for all you players out there that aren't playing in places you want to play, you're not known by the people that you want to know who you are. You're not getting exposure that you feel like you should be getting. Let me tell you, the number one thing that you got to do that's most important out of everything. Number one thing you got to do is show up. You want people to know who you are. You want to play somewhere. You want to get on a certain team, get in a certain league. All you got to do is show up to these places. Show up to where these people are at so that they see you, so that you're right there in front of them, so that you're on their mind. They'll be thinking about you if you're right there in front of them. Now, if you just send an email, or you try to make a phone call, or you try to go through a friend of a friend and get in touch with people, you might not be able to. But if you're right in front of a person, they don't have no choice but to pay attention to you. Somebody can ignore an email, or they can act like they ain't get a phone call, or not do something for your friend who's trying to get you on. But if you're right there in front of a person, they gotta address you with a yes or a no to whatever situation you present. So if you want to get on to a certain team at AAU, you want to play for your high school team, but you don't know how to get through to the coach, just go to the office. Just walk in and say, yo, I'm such and such, this is what I want to do. What can you tell me? What kind of information can you share with me about this situation? So if you want to be somewhere, you want to get on in a certain situation, number one thing you can do is just show up there so they can see who you are. I can't tell you how many situations in my life where it wasn't really no way that I could say clear cut, like, this is how I can get on in this situation, but I just showed up. I just show up in places. I tell people, like, yo, this is who I am, this is what I want to do. And I end up making something happen out of that situation just because of the fact that I showed up. I had the heart to show up and just show them who I was, and the situation worked out well for me. So all of y'all out there can use that example and have it work for you, but you got to have the heart to go show up somewhere, stand in front of somebody's face, look them in the eye, and see what happens from there. DreAllDay.com.
You just got one thing to say, yo. Work on your fucking game, man. Get it right. DreAllDay.com, baby. Boom.
Done.